Hello guys, Be here with Scrappy Boy Stamps, and today we're going to be making a shaker card using the recent release. We are also going to be using the outline dies for the stamp that we're going to use. This one belongs to that one right there. We're also going to be using the I Love Westerns paper pack. And these circle dies are not from this release, but they are also from Scrappy Boy. So here we have my card base measures 5.5 by 5.5, so it's a perfect square. And then I cut my other papers to measure 1/8 of an inch smaller than the previous paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these two papers aside, and we're gonna work with this one. And we're gonna be using the circle nesting dies. And this one, I think I chose the 5th biggest circle from the set. So we're gonna go ahead and position the 5th biggest. It also depends the size of your card, whatever size you make it. Just use the circle that looks best for your card. For me right here, it was the 5th one, the 5th biggest, so counting from the biggest to the smallest. And then I'm just gonna I was counting there, making sure that it was the 5th circle. I'm just gonna go ahead and run this through my die cutting machine and come back and show you. So you're gonna be left with this part, and we're gonna put that aside, and we're gonna work now with our circle that came out of that middle. And then for this one, I am using the 8th circle from the biggest, and I'm just gonna put it in the middle as best as I can, run it through my machine, and come back and show you. So you're gonna be left with this outer circle that you can save for another card. You can actually make another shaker card with this part, and it's gonna look really nice. But we're gonna be using the smallest circle right there, that you see right there. So I'm gonna put that one aside, and I am going to use the middle one. And the first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is glue this pink paper to our card base. Now we're gonna work with the shaker part of our card. For this part, I am gonna be using double-sided tape or scoring tape. You could also use glue for this part if you are very careful, because if it shifts and your acetate gets some of that glue, it looks really bad, you guys. So if you are neat with your glue, go ahead and use glue, but for this part, I like to use the double-sided tape. Here I have my piece of acetate. I'm just gonna put it aside, remove the backing paper from the double-sided tape, and add my acetate. Now with foam tape, I'm gonna add all around the edge of this piece of cardstock, or where we put the acetate. I'm gonna go ahead and add it all around. I'm also gonna add a small piece in the corners, you'll see at the end, that way it doesn't dip into my card. Now I'm gonna make the mix, the confetti mix that I'm gonna put in the middle. This one right here, I think it's from This Calls for Confetti, if I'm not mistaken. It's, yep, This Calls for Confetti. And then this blue one is just from my stash, and also the other pink that I'm adding, I bought a gazillion of years ago at Dollar Tree. Then I give it a good old mix, and I see if maybe I need to add more pink or more blue. And in this case, I thought it needed a little bit more blue, so I just added more blue and mix it again. Now for my center, if I just add this circle right there, it's gonna give in the middle, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna add 2 pieces of foam tape to the back side of the acetate, not to the circle, just the acetate. So when I actually glue my circle down, it's not going to dip in the middle. Now we add our sequins. Now this part is kind of tricky if you do it like I do it. I, for the life of me, cannot put the sequins on the acetate part and then put the back part on top. It always ends up crooked and horrible. So I usually add it here, and I just made sure that it was pushed out of the way from my foam tape. It's really easy and simple, you know, but please do it the way that is easiest for you. Then I'm just gonna remove the backing paper from the foam tape and add my window to the card. Here I'm gonna add the middle circle piece to my window, and for this I'm gonna be using again double-sided tape because of the same situation with the glue. If it comes out of the borders, it's not gonna look very nice. Here's how it's looking so far. Now let's go ahead and stamp our image. Here's my image stamp and my sentiment. If I rope him, can I keep him? I think it's so funny. So let's go ahead, color this, and here we go. It is color like magic. And now I'm gonna use the outline die to cut her out. And here she is, looking fantastic. And for her, I'm gonna use foam tape to put her in the middle, and for my sentiment, just glue. And I also used some enamel stickers or dots to the corners of my car to add a little extra something. And this is how my car looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.